Welcome back to the Greek Connection Podcast. Today we have Afius, a powerhouse DJ, taking over the Toronto club scene. She's dominating electronic music right now, spitting high-energy garage music, UK garage music, hard house, and rhythmic Balkan groove. Afius, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
So first thing I'm going to ask you is, first off, for everyone watching and listening, who is Afius?
Who is Afius? So Afius is an underground DJ. Afius loves to make music that has that underground kind of analog grit to it. So my ideology is why play music that everybody knows where it's easy to get a reaction, whereas you can make music that nobody really knows and still get that kind of same reaction, you know, and that's what makes the craft so unique, right? You know, anyone could play Justin Bieber and have the whole club going, right? But if you play something that nobody knows and you're able to create that momentum, there's something so much more special about that. And I think that was the turning point that kind of created Afius. It was like, I want to make music that's different. I don't want to keep playing these tunes that are just very familiar and easy to get a reaction out of, right?
Wow, I really like that.
Yeah.
Especially you're changing it. You're not doing what everyone else is doing. You're changing it up, making them interested in, wow, she's good. I want to see her, what show she's doing. I want to book her the day after.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing to your audience. And very well done. And that's how I saw you on Instagram. Like, you shocked me in a creative way. So next question, what first got you into DJing?
What first got me into DJing? Honestly, it was somebody that mentioned it to me. They're like, oh, like, you don't party, you just sit in the corner, you control all the music, like, you always have a great playlist. Like, at that point, just be a DJ, you know? You don't like being involved, but you like being, like, there. You like watching everybody, but you don't like being the one on the dance floor. And then one night, I was on Facebook. You know how you go on Facebook Marketplace, you do, like, those scrolls?
Yeah.
So there was some guy selling a pretty decent 4-channel DJ board. I think it was originally like a $1,400 board, and he was selling it for $800 because his son didn't want it. So I'm like, you know what? I have a lot of time on my hands. I'm in university for another 3 years. Like, let's do it. Like, why not? I bought it, and that's kind of what pioneered it. It was just like that one fluke moment where I'm like on Marketplace and I'm like impulsive, you know. It was really just one impulsive decision, you know, and now we're here.
What did you do after you got the board? Did you go on YouTube and like, how do I work this machine, or did you take any classes?
So that one's one that I'm kind of disappointed in. So no YouTube videos, nobody else to teach me. Literally just sat there, like blood, sweat, and tears. Just kept like trying everything out, like literally trial and error until I figured it out. But I tell you, I literally couldn't turn on the board for like, I think it was like a day. Couldn't even figure out how to get it on. But I was just like sticking through. I'm like, I can't use the YouTube because I cannot sit through a YouTube video.
Look at you, you're an OG DJ.
I'm an OG. Yeah, so I literally just took the board and I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm probably gonna sit there rewatching a YouTube video for longer than like it takes me to actually learn it. But I was so wrong. Like, I wish I could be one of those people that sit through a YouTube video because you can learn a lot of good stuff from YouTube, especially now because I'm in the producing phase of my DJ career where I'm like creating my own music. Like I still wish I could sit through those videos because they have so many useful tips and tricks that I probably could have applied by now, but no, I'm stubborn. I think that's a great side of me, right?
That's amazing. And would you go back to the YouTube videos like you just mentioned, like, or that ship has sailed?
I think it's just my personality. Like I cannot sit through a movie. I cannot sit through. Yes, I cannot sit through movies. I can do TV shows. I can't do movies. I cannot sit through a video that's like no longer than like a minute.
I'm a little different. I can't do TV shows. I can do movies.
Yeah, I'm really opposite.
I'm so picky what movie I want to watch.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I sometimes have nights where I don't even watch anything because I'm so picky what I want to watch.
Because you're acting, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So you can kind of like see like, oh, this isn't very good. Shut it off.
Exactly.
You know?
I'm assuming that's the same thing with playing music in a club.
Oh yeah, I can't go to clubs the same anymore. As soon as you start producing music and you start DJing, you suddenly become a critique of like everything around you, but obviously in a respectful way. Like I never go to a club and I'm like, oh, they suck. But it's like your hearing becomes so tuned to everything that you do like on a daily basis. It's like when I go to a club and I hear like Justin Bieber and they like transition to something that's totally like not on the same level as that, it blows my mind. Yeah.
That's how you know that's a good club, and that's not just a club. That's a phenomenal DJ.
Yeah, you know. So no, I hear everything, like even positive things too. Like I can tell when somebody's really talented, it brings that awareness. Whereas when I was somebody that didn't DJ, I had no idea like what that DJ went through to create that kind of momentum, right? Whereas now, as a DJ, I can totally admire that art a little more. I can critique and admire, you know.
And going back to like, you didn't know what that DJ went through. This is another question I'm gonna ask you: was music always a big part of your life growing up?
Always. It was always a huge part of my life. I think I played around 4 instruments growing up.
4 instruments?
Yes. So I was very involved in, since I think I went to middle school.
Okay.
Apparently that's not a thing here, but like...
That's a thing here. I don't know what they're talking about.
I had some people tell me, like, you went to middle school? They're like, never heard of that. I thought that was an American thing. No, I went to middle school. And middle school was like a big turning point for me because it was like, I could be part of like a music community that wasn't something like outside of school, you know, because when you're in like school, it's like you're used to these people every day, you know, whereas like when you join a club, it's a little more intimidating because you don't know anyone, right? Whereas, middle school was super important because I could join band with the people that like I was familiar with, and you know, I was able to build a relationship with my my teacher too. His name was Mr. F. I call him Mr. F. And yeah, so I played flute and trumpet, and then I played piano on the side, and then I did ukulele.
Oh wow!
But piano was always like, I started with piano at a very young age, and then I think my second instrument after that was flute, and then as I got older into high school, I continued with that with the band, and I started playing trumpet too. So
wow! Look at you, multi-talented.
Multi-talented. I think honestly, it's just music. I just love music. There's something about it. It's just a big part of my life, right?
You know, I'm glad you said like there's this famous quote that I take everywhere I go. Without music, life would be a mistake.
100%, and I think that applies for like all arts. It's
absolutely.
Like we free up our time so that we're able to participate in the arts. The arts is what makes life like so enjoyable, right?
Absolutely.
Like the art of traveling, like when you draw, like painting, like all that stuff, music, like that's all art. Everything is art, like photography, even this, like recording and setting up an interview is art. Like everything creative is art, you know?
But also, when it goes back to music and art, like you're saying, when you walk in a garden or like an art gallery, you're still going to hear music. It's all connected like a train.
It's all all art is so connected, right?
Absolutely. Now moving on, do you remember the first time you performed in front of a crowd?
Oh boy. Performed as like Afius or as like a DJ? Like my first DJ gig ever.
First DJ gig ever.
First DJ gig ever. Oh boy. Okay. So my first ever paid DJ gig at a bar was in Guelph at Trappers Alley. So I played in a building that had a capacity of 1,100 people.
Oh, look at you.
But so there's 2 floors. I was playing in front of I think 500 people, but I was more of like a passive DJ, right? So I was playing music and nobody really paid attention to me. Right?
And how did they hire you? Was it word of mouth or did you have an Instagram at the time?
So, if I'm speaking to other young people to inspire them, you usually get hired by the people that you know. It's less talent. If you could be the most talented person in the world, but if you have no networking skills, it can only get you so far, right? Networking and even like making content, like if you feel that you aren't a part of that circle, you can reach other people by making content. That's not the route that I took, but if you really want to play somewhere, you be a customer there. It's like with a job too, like before you get a job, like you have to have some sort of like skill set or like understand how the business works before you get that job, right? So with DJing, it was literally me bothering the other DJs saying, give me a chance, give me a chance, give me a chance, until about 2 years later.
So 2 years later?
2 years later.
Well, that's still good because it gave you the time to practice and learn your skills.
Oh yeah, and I think that even if you were to ask me, like, was I fully comfortable doing that, even though I practiced? No. I was literally so anxious doing it. So another lesson would be, like, even if you get that opportunity, which is amazing, it's like, always put yourself in a situation that you're not comfortable with because it'll push you to do things that you never knew you were capable of. So it forced me to collect a lot more music and do things that I wasn't comfortable with. Like when I'm DJing, like in my bedroom, like practicing, like I can make mistakes, you know, and I can fine tune things. But when I'm on stage or when I'm at the bar, I cannot make mistakes because I could have at one point 1,000 people listening, and if I make one mistake, it could ruin the whole rhythm of the night, right? So there's a lot of pressure there. And then so I think that was my first gig. I didn't get paid that much, but I think that's another thing to talk about too.
Yeah.
Is like in the early stages of your career, it's more investing in the relationships and the exposure more than the money. So I wasn't making money for, I want to say 2 years. Maybe 2 years where I finally got consistent gigs like lined up every weekend to actually sustain like that practice, so I can actually put money back into DJing rather than just like covering my back for school, you know, like having a job, right?
And if you can tell like us right now, where are you in your life? Are you first year, second year university?
At the time of the story, so I think it was at the end of second year.
Wow. And that seems like an awesome end of second year.
Oh yeah, because it's like you're just legal, like you're fresh 19. I have a birthday, so I was fresh 19 and so but I knew this DJ like beforehand, so I was like, hey, like give me a chance, whatever. But yeah, it was end of second year, and that's when he finally gave me a chance. So I've been practicing and DJing for about a year.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
And when did the name Afius hit you? Was that like a couple years later? Or?
So I remember we spoke about like my inspirations as like a DJ. So as soon as I heard that quote where it was like, you play music people are familiar with, it's really easy to get them going, but you play something they're unfamiliar with and get them going the same way, it's like a totally different craft. It's like so much more difficult, right? I think when I established that I didn't want to be a top 100 DJ, that the name Afius was like kind of established. So when I started digging for records, so less like playing Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, it was like I wanted to play records that were less known, like something with like 1,000 views on it, or a record that was lost in like the 90s, right? And I replay something or refresh it and produce it, right? So I think that was my big turning point for my name. Yeah. And
I like how you're different. That's what I like. Being different.
Yeah.
Because people are tired, like you mentioned again, of seeing the same stuff over and over again.
Over and over again. You know, and it's especially difficult because now we have this, I don't even know if I want to touch on the subject, but it's like AI music. Like everything's starting to sound the same because so many artists are using AI, and it's like, and I hear the same thing from people all the time as a DJ. It's like, where's our new Pitbull? Like, where's our new Taylor Swift? Like, where's our new Katy Perry? Like, where are these new artists? Like, we keep having the same thing, and it's like nobody's coming out with bangers anymore, you know?
That is true, because AI it's scary because it can ruin stuff.
It can 100% ruin stuff, because if everything starts to sound the same, that's when it's like, okay, nobody can be different anymore. It's like it all has to sound the same, and if it doesn't sound or it doesn't fit that criteria, it's like, oh, it's not normal music. We don't want that anymore, you know? So that makes it rather difficult. But I think it's a good push for the new wave of like electronic dance music. It's like now that we don't have these artists, like these new Pitbulls and these new Katy Perrys, right? It's like everybody's turning to EDM because there's so many of us that are making EDM, right?
But you are like starting from scratch in many other artists. You're not using AI. That's the thing I enjoy about you guys. AI, I feel like, would you say it's kind of cheating sometimes?
So another like quote of wisdom is that I think we should have created AI to do the things that we don't want to do. Why create AI to do the things that we live for, like the arts, you know? And if you've gotten to a point where it's like you're using AI for the things that give us reasons to live, it's like, what are you doing at that point? There's like it's almost like an impediment on morality, right? Because it's like we live to be creative, and if you take that away, what is there to live for anymore, you know? I
like that. Yeah. It's true. Well, if you're gonna let AI control you, there's no point. But you control AI, it's fine. It's
fine, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, I do use AI. Like sometimes we all lack in something, right?
Absolutely.
Like I'm not good at math, I'm not good at numbers, whereas AI can help me with finances. But when it comes to my craft or like music, it's like, no, like I want that to be my thing. Like I cannot like in the right mind use AI for the creative arts, right? You know?
I really like that. And I'm the same way. I'm terrible at math, so I use AI for that stuff.
Yeah.
Everything else, like for example, like I mentioned, I'm a musician. I play guitar. Everything goes away. Yeah. Like let the things we enjoy, we take care of it.
100%. You know.
But yeah, I really like that. Very amazing. How would you describe your sound and energy as a DJ?
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm still fairly new into the music that I produce. So I have the hardest genre to establish because I'm caught between two worlds. So if I'm speaking to my DJ audience, I'm caught between around, let's say 130 BPM to 137 BPM, right? Which is, that's the speed of like your 90s dance music, right? But it's caught between two worlds. You can't technically call it like laid back house, or you can't call it techno. It's like right in between that sweet spot where it's like dance music, but it's not techno and it's not house, you know? You almost want to call it like high octane dance music, you know? You want to call it like festival rave music, you know? But it's like my sound's especially unique because I draw from like 90s and 80s influences, so it has that very rough analog kind of grit to it. I'm not a huge fan of these super like advanced like synthesizers and basses because you start to lose a bit of the music theory there and you lose the art to it, whereas the 90s was very raw. Like there's a lot of like 70s piano samples used. I really like the saxophone and the trumpet too. So when you start getting really advanced with music, so in like the world of like modern synthesizers and basses, it's like you kind of take away from the music theory and it's very minimal and groove focused, whereas I want to bring that culture back alive where it's like the artistry towards it. Like you're layering your piano, your pads, your strings, you're layering your saxophones, your trumpets, you know? So it sounds more like a choir and less like something that's like a little soulless, you know?
I like it. You want to be true to the music.
Oh, yes.
And that's what every DJ should be like, being true to the music.
Yeah.
And also how you're saying of the 90s. I love the 90s Geno beats and 90s Euro, 80s Geno beats. I love when DJs bring that back.
And that's what I'm taking into account is like growing up, I always loved Eurodance. Eurodance is like so my thing. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I live in like that 135 BPM to like those higher energy songs. So it's like, but I'm not quite techno. Like I'm not quite like super upbeat, like 145 BPM. Like that's where I'm like, okay, like it's a little too fast for me, but I just like that perfect like sweet spot of like 130, 137, like in there. It's like, you know, it's not super fast, but it's not super slow. You know, it's not like sleep music.
It's just right.
It's just right.
Getting the audience going, you're having a good time yourself.
Yeah.
What's your favorite 90s banger?
Oh no, this is the worst question. That's like the worst question to ask me. So my biggest influence was the song Get Away.
Oh yeah. You
know that song?
I know all the 90s songs.
Yeah. So Get Away was a big one. I remember it was the first song that I ever remixed or attempted to remix. I love that like 90s dance. Like there's just something about like a fast moving dance song that isn't really, they don't make them anymore like that.
I know, it's sad. I honestly, it bothers me because now rap, listen, I like some. I'm very picky. I don't like rap music.
Yeah.
If it's going to be one rap music, it's going to mention something I like.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the only Drake song I like is Grease.
Yeah.
one other song. I forgot which one it is.
Yeah.
But other than that, I like 90s Euro, 80s freestyle. That's what I'm listening to most of the time.
I like freestyle too.
Oh, I love it freestyle.
Yeah. So, to add on to that, I do take some of those freestyle like breaks. Like I like using a lot of break samples in my songs too. And then like I just feel like Eurodance, like it needs to make a comeback.
Absolutely,
like that was like the best era of like clubbing and dance music, and it's like I feel like it's dying. It's just so, the scene today is so oversaturated with rap, and I'm personally not a fan of the lyrics. I'm not a fan of the lifestyle. I feel like it doesn't align with me. If it aligns with somebody else, like that's completely fine. It's just not something that I align with. Same with country. I feel like I don't align with that lifestyle, whereas like Eurodance, like I feel like I resonate with it.
Yeah.
So I feel like we just need to bring it back. Like country and rap are dominating, but I'm like, when is it our time to shine? Like our time, like our 90s dance needs to shine, you know?
I think the only radio station in Toronto and Vaughan that brings it back is Z103.5. They blast 80s freestyle, Joey.
I love that radio station.
I love that. And the 90s nostalgia.
Yes, because it is nostalgic, right? Because we miss it. We want it back,
exactly.
right?
You see all the Genos in Woodbridge? I forgot where I was one time. I was waiting in line to go there. I'm like, I forgot. I'm up with all the Genos here.
Yeah.
It's not just a regular concert. What's it like being a female DJ in an industry where the majority of DJs are men?
Oh boy. So how transparent do you want me to get with this?
Go.
Because I have a lot of horror stories.
Go right to your heart. What feels natural to you?
What feels natural
to me?
Say it,
you know what? Say it as it is.
Say it as it is.
Say it
you know
as
what?
it is.
And I think that's me as a person. Okay. I think the first thing I ever experienced was that it's that one compliment, that one backhanded compliment that's like, oh, you did so good. Like, you did so good for a girl. Like, I love that you're a girl.
Oh.
And it's just like, people don't understand the backhandedness of that comment, because it's like, when you say, oh, you're so good, I'm glad you're a girl, but it's like, but if I was a man, you'd never be making that comment. It's like, you expect a man to be good, but it's like, why can't you expect a woman to be good at something? You know, why do you think a woman only got booked just because she's a woman? You know, why can't the woman actually be good at what she does? You know, not only that, it's just like, in the community space as well, it's like, it's predominantly men. Like, anytime they do like a selection, like, hey, we're selecting like community DJs, it's always a lineup of men. And shout out to all like the organizations that do put women on the lineup, but also like shame on them, because usually when they try to include women on the lineup, it's like, I notice it's always the time slot where there's nobody on the dance floor that the women is playing.
That's so horrible.
It's horrible, and I've seen it time and time again. It's like, they try to like act like, oh, we're diverse, like we have women, we have queer, we have this, and it's like, no, you're literally putting them on the time slot that like doesn't I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it's like, you're putting them for no exposure. There's like, I'll never forget the time I played and there was like 5 people in the room and I was so excited. Yeah.
Hey, listen, wish you happy. I would have been in that dance floor.
Yeah. Like, when I tell you, I once got booked when they were still mopping the floors, and I was playing my full set, and they were still the venue was still mopping the floors, and this person had made it out to me to seem like I was playing in front of like hundreds of people, like, oh, oh, you're gonna drive an hour, but like, don't worry, like, you're gonna have like a full dance floor, like, it's gonna be so packed, like, it's gonna be a great night, like, it's gonna be huge, it's a huge gig for you, like, whatever. And they totally made it seem like, oh, I'm actually gonna be playing in front of people. And it's really hurtful when you spend like hours and hours and hours preparing sets and going through records and purchasing the rights to play records, and it's like, oh my goodness, like, I literally just played for an empty room, and to cherry on top of that, I wasn't even getting paid.
What?
So it's like literally just for the exposure, right? And there was other times too, like, I remember a venue had not explicitly like disclosed to me, apparently just disclosing this, I wasn't part of the employee list, and they had emailed their employees saying like, hey, by the way, like, don't park in front of the venue, like, they're towing all the cars, like, if you park after a certain time, and they had not let me know. Apparently I wasn't part of that list. So my car got towed while I was DJing, so I found this out in the middle of a DJ set. So I had to hold my composure and everything, and this was on my birthday, okay?
Are you kidding me?
With all my birthday stuff in the car, because my mom and my boyfriend, they had planted all my birthday stuff in the car, and they're like,
God.
Don't look at it, like, you can open it and bring it back to your apartment when you're done DJing, like, we're all gonna surprise you there, like, don't worry. Had to find out that my car got towed, okay? Car got towed, so that's already like, boom, $300 that I had to pay to bail it out. The venue said that, oh, we could pay you up to $250, and they ended up cheaping me out, paying me only $150 for the whole night, and didn't even want to pay for my car, and didn't even want to bump up my pay. So after that moment, I felt really weird about it, and I'm like, hey, like, by the way, it was my birthday, like, do you feel bad? Like, this is not like my fault, like, you're a venue that obviously like makes like thousands of dollars per night. Sorry, let me rephrase that. They've done almost 100K in one night, just off of like admission sales and stuff like that. Like,
And they didn't even bother to pay you. Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh my God.
So the one time, I continued to work there because I was like, you know what? I need money. Like, it's at the point where I'm like, I need to pay for my school. I have rent to pay for. I have stuff to pay for, right? The story gets worse. So the management was asking me like, hey, do you want to come back? Do you want to DJ? Like, and I got to a point where I'm like, I have other places that are paying me more. Like, I get that I like played here for so long, and they were the place that kind of like pioneered like my DJ career and got me out of my comfort zone. That night still stuck with me, and it was like, you know what? I'm sorry. Like, if there was a loyalty established, like if there was like a good relationship that we had, I would play for $150. You know. But I'm so sick of you like saying like you could make $250 on commission and then not ever paying me the $250 even though we're at capacity. It's like, it just, nothing made sense, and it was very sketchy. And obviously the car towing thing. So I just kept dodging them and saying like, oh, I'm booked already, sorry. And they started getting frustrated with me, saying like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, you're not playing for us, like, we need you, like, whatever. And I was very straight up. I'm like, I'm sorry, like, shit's tight. Like, I got stuff to pay for. I'm like, give me the $250, give me bare minimum the $200, and I'll come back. I got the biggest paragraph basically saying, how dare you ask for a raise.
What?
Yeah, they literally sent me a paragraph. Like, I could even maybe send you the paragraph that they sent me so you could like publish it. But
Yeah,
they sent
if you
me.
want me to, I will.
They sent me the most nasty paragraph for the fact that like me as a woman, like literally just asked them like very kindly for a raise. Like, hey, like I'll come back. Just give me like, I asked for $50 raise.
Are
like,
you kidding me?
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything about it. They just gave you a paragraph.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. Any of that cleans out millions of dollars per year. Okay, and the management owns multiple venues, so they're not just making money from that one, they're making money from like multiple venues. Could not even give me a $50 raise when I'm not even playing once a week. Yeah.
Wow. So you've struck like.
Yeah, and that's honestly not even the only thing too. Like I don't even want to say like that's not even the worst of it that I've experienced like as a DJ. One thing I will say, like this job is not for the weak. Like the women that prevail in this job are truly strong women, because it's like it takes a lot to stand up against male authority.
Yeah.
Because when you're in an industry dominated by males, nobody really takes you seriously.
Yeah.
It's you literally have to prove yourself, you know. Whereas like I feel like men, like they don't even have to prove themselves; they're just already in that like alliance bubble, right? So recently this happened. So after that happened, I thought I learned my lesson. I'm like, you know what? Like I know how to like not be taken advantage of. So another organization. Long story short, I was telling you a little bit about this before, but so where did this start off? So it started off that they did not hire adequate staff. So they didn't have an official graphic designer, so they were using AI to make their posters instead of using their budget to pay, let's say, a talented graphic designer, or even like somebody that's like just getting into graphic designing. They didn't even want to pay somebody to make like professional posters. So I, as a DJ, was like really embarrassed. I'm like, I can't be promoting a flyer that like rightfully so like doesn't look good on my profile and just looks very unprofessional. So I'm like, you know what, like why don't I make you guys a flyer? Like I do have that creative arts background, like I do have graphic design background, like I will donate like 4 hours of my time to make this flyer. So I spent 4 hours making this flyer. The flyer looked like really good, it was like on code, but then one of the guys didn't like it. Like one of the guys was like, I think because, I don't know, I feel like guys are like this sometimes. If it's not their idea, it's not good.
They're selfish.
A little bit. So they couldn't see the fact. Nobody even thanked me. So I took 4 hours out of my own time. I volunteered my time on top of being underpaid as a DJ. I'll tell you about payment next. So I made this flyer and like everybody was just like,
loved it.
They loved it, but it was like the one guy that had something bad to say about it, nobody said anything. Like they didn't defend me, and I'm like, oh, okay, like it's like literally one girl versus like 6 other people in the organization, so I'm like the only girl, and I'm like pulling the weight here, okay? So I made this flyer. The next day, I'm DJing at Mobati. I love DJing at Mobati. I love the staff. They're amazing because they're professional, right? You know, love Mobati. Shout out to Mobati. So I'm in the middle of DJing at Mobati. And I realized that they had taken down this flyer and they had taken down everything. And they AI'd a photo of me. Okay, and maybe I'll allow you to post this photo, even though it's god hideous, doesn't even look anything like me, okay? It was insulting. So without my consent, they took a photo from my electronic press kit. So if I hand out someone a press kit, it means that they can use any photo in that press kit, but you cannot, under like any circumstances, like alter anything in that press kit, or else you're literally impersonating me, right? Wow. So they took a photo, they AI'd the shit out of me, and then posted it without my consent. And literally, I found this out in the middle of DJing like corporate, like I was doing my body, right? So I'm like freaking out. So I had a pretty close relationship with these people. Like obviously, like if I'm taking 4 hours of my time during a busy school year, because I was still in school, right? Like exams, whatever. I made them this flyer, this poster, and then we had a pretty close relationship, and then they go behind my back and they do this. So I'm like, oh, like I'm freaking out. I'm like getting anxiety. I'm like, this photo is now permanently online. I'm like, oh my goodness, like what am I gonna do? So I shot a quick text to somebody who I really trust in the organization, who I'm still friends with today. Like they had nothing to do with this. You know who that person is. And he got them to take it down, but before that had happened, I sent a really quick paragraph saying like, hey, if you do not take down this post that was posted without my consent, I will have to revoke all my services. Like I literally had to show my teeth and say like, I know we have a friendly relationship, but this is too much. You can't AI a photo of me. And okay, I'm not just saying this because I'm a girl, but it's like girls being posted online. Okay, this is a sensitive topic, but it's like we always have to look perfect online because girls tear down other girls and guys will also tear down girls. So it's like, especially so, I think women have to be so careful online what they post because when you post something for everything to see, and this could also go for like everybody too, it's just like especially women, like, and me personally, I've gone through this too. It's like we are always in the spotlight, and when you post something online, it's in the spotlight too. So it's like when this was being posted for a 4,000 follower account to see, it was like so scary. And this was a photo that was just like butchered. Like it was not me, it didn't look like me, and didn't reflect the clothing that I usually wear while I'm DJing. So nothing fit. Like nothing was correct about this post. Long story short, they took down the post. When I played the event, like everything was somewhat okay. So I played the event. I'm getting paid $75 an hour to DJ. So when I'm playing a 2-hour set, I'm only making $150. So my commute there and back is cumulative of 2 hours and 30 minutes. So that's already like 2 hours and 30 minutes of my time to just go there, just to get to the set. Then they paid me $75 an hour to play. So I played for 2 hours. So I'm getting paid $150 on top of the 4 hours that I contributed to that poster. And then it's kind of like the scenario that I told you about. It was like one guy had his song played, but it was at the very end of the night when I'm scaling things down. I'm playing like my house set to get like just to wind people down, like very chill. You know, we're just trying to get people out. Like this is like 3 a.m. at this point, and I basically tell him like, hey, I'm playing off my USB. I don't have that song. Like sorry. And like we also played this song. Like one of the other DJs, like we could maybe switch at the very end of the night and we could play it for you. Like, you know, like I was very nice about it. I wasn't rude. I know it's scary, like, and I'm not rude to people because it's like when you're coming up to talk to a DJ, like it's obviously like you have to go out of your comfort zone. It's like that's the DJ, you know, like you're there's an intimidation factor. So I'm always trying to be nice to people, you know, because it's scary, you know. I was in their shoes once before too, right? So so one of my managers that wasn't like, he was one of the ones that didn't like the flyer. So he came up to me and was like very frustrated. He's like, this person had like a $3,000 drink tab. Like, you should listen to whatever he says. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I was hired as an artist, okay? If you wanted one singular DJ to play and cater to everybody, you should have paid the adequate amount to have a DJ that has that capability. And not only that, it's 3 a.m. I want to go home.
Exactly.
You know, like I was told I'd only be here till like 2:30. Like, you know, like everybody was out. There was literally like 10 people in the building, and I'm like, you know what? Like it was a civil conversation. Like I wasn't just like being rude to him and saying like no, whatever. I was very civil about it. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have the song on my USB. Like it was already played throughout the night. Why don't I get my other DJ to play it for you like later? You know, like I'm in the middle of like a set, right? So I'm getting paid for it, right?
Yeah.
So he unfollowed me.
The manager.
Yes. So he unfollowed me, and they all just like silently ghost me. And then one of the guys in the lineup too, so he gave me problems too. So apparently I played through his time slot.
What?
So apparently I played through his time slot when we had literally talked about time slots like before like we played and everything was like chill. But I think he realized as soon as that like I was getting more playtime than him, he got like really upset. So he was like, oh, like can I hop on? I'm like, yeah, like let's go back to back. Like I'm like, yeah, let's go. Like I like to make relationships while I DJ. And as soon as like he's like, oh, like I'm not playing by myself, like you're just gonna play. And I'm like, yeah, like this is my time slot, but me offering a back to back is like me saying like, hey, like, you know, I'm including you on this. Like I didn't have to offer you that back to back. And for all like the people watching this that aren't DJs, back to back means like you DJ, like I DJ one track, you DJ the other, so you're playing together, right? He got really upset and basically told the organization, if she's playing again, I'm not playing.
What?
So long story short, I'm gonna be like very unbiased here. He's a very great DJ. He is literally exactly what they need. So for them to choose him over me, completely understandable. But it was like I heard that the problem was deeper than that. It was like, oh, she doesn't cater to our guests. And I'm like, you absolutely cannot say that when you literally like base that person and only judge them based on how much business they did with you. I'm like, to view somebody like just as that is so crazy, and then fire someone because of that, you know? But like it was a silent fire, so they couldn't even tell me that they fired me. So they had posted their next event, and I had texted like one of the managers I was close with, like, hey, like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like, what's the scoop? And then, so somebody had basically had to phone call me and say, like, somebody that I was close with.
Yeah.
He had to call me and say, oh, by the way, like, one of the DJs didn't want you in the lineup, and then the other was really mad that you didn't do whatever I just explained, right? Like, you didn't play the song request for the person that spent a lot of money on drinks that night.
Wow.
That was already played. That song was already played. That was my thing. Is that like, okay, like I'm not your personal servant.
Yeah.
I'm a DJ. I have a job to do. I'm on the clock. I'm getting paid. I'm obviously an artist as well. So, again, reinforcing my point. If you wanted a DJ to cater to other people, a lot more money. You are spending like at least $1,000 on a DJ alone for one night to do that kind of thing. That's like your wedding corporate DJ territory.
Oh, okay.
You know, when you hire artists and you hire young artists. You're getting more into the artist territory where it's like young DJs, you know, and we're all young, like we don't have any more than like 5 years experience. So it's like, when you're hiring DJs and paying them $75 an hour, I'm sorry, I'm not fucking playing your song request. Like I'm, you know, like if it doesn't fit, like I'm sorry, I'm not playing it, you know, but I'm not gonna be rude. I was nice about it.
Yeah, you stood your ground.
I stood my ground.
And that's how you need to be. You need to stand your ground.
When you stand your ground as a woman, especially in front of men, I've realized like, they don't like that. They need to like belittle you in some way, or like, you know, because they knew that I'm not even categorizing myself as like, oh, I have more followers, I have more authority, but no, like if anything, I am the most well known out of that whole group of DJs and like staff. Like I'm very well known in the Toronto area as a DJ, so it's like to fire me basically off of that, and not even have like proper grounds to fire me is like so crazy. And like silent fire me too is like, especially like, it's devastating, you know, like, and it's like, wow, just because I stood my ground and you guys feel that you need to be above me is so crazy. And yeah, they unfollowed me, so one of them unfollowed me. The organization unfollowed me, like one of the organizations unfollowed me, and I was like, wow, like you have so much time on your hands as a man. Like I'm like, that's so crazy. You have a lot of estrogen as a man. Like I was like, wow. Like I was like, yeah, you know. So I think those are the two biggest stories, but there's also like very minuscule things that happen every single day as a DJ. Like sometimes I'll walk into a venue, like say, hey, I'm the DJ, and they'll laugh at me and be like, you're the DJ? What? You're the DJ? I'm like, yeah, like here's my Instagram. Like I literally have to pull up credentials.
They treat you that bad just because you're a female DJ? Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We live in 2026.
Literally 2026, yeah.
Especially, I love this new era of new DJs.
Yeah.
Female DJs, I mean.
Even nearly everybody. I like everybody who was making an effort to connect with music.
You rose above them.
And see, that's the thing, is that like the disappointment came from a place of, I really was trying to do good with you guys, and you went lower just because of one altercation. Yeah. You know, just because of one altercation, you guys wanted to stand on your ego and not even put your business first, and made it seem like you were putting your business first. You know, like, yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. It's like you were standing on your ego rather than caring about your business. You know, and I think that's the mistake that most men make, is like, you choose ego over business.
Yeah. They are. DJ industry is very cutthroat. It's very cruel.
It's very cruel.
Egotistical.
Oh yes, and in any business too. Like there's always competitors, and there's always one person that has their eye on you. It's the same thing with DJing. It's just like a business. It's like all these people are watching your next move, or they're trying to predict your next move to be ahead of you, or they could even copy you, or they could just like cut you off with no explanation. You know, it's like such a dangerous industry to be like too emotionally invested in, which is. I think that's one of my biggest hardships in this industry, is that like I like to connect with people emotionally, and that could be the women in me, you know, like it could just be like me, like in my mother instincts, but it's like, yeah, like I want to be emotionally invested, like I want to help people, I want to lift people up, like I never want to see anyone else as an enemy, but it's like you start to learn that it's like you almost have to see everybody else as your competitor. It's such like a You literally have to walk in like solitude in this industry. Like you can't have like too many alliances, and you can't like trust everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
How the saying goes.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Have you ever felt like you had to work harder to prove yourself?
Yes, absolutely. When they view my Instagram profile, so a lot of the times, like I don't live in Toronto, so I'm not like a familiar face, which is proved difficulty in getting booked. But when they view my Instagram profile and they see that I'm just a girl, and I have like an aesthetic Instagram. It's like, oh, like she's like, I don't think she's like alternative enough to be a DJ, or where does this talent come from? Like she doesn't look very like talentful, you know? And I think, and that's just me guessing, you know, because yeah, maybe it's my perfectionism that I almost don't want to display, like me playing the piano, me on the flute, or me on the trumpet, you know, or like me producing. I just like to be very quiet about things, whereas I feel like in the DJ industry you almost have to be loud about things, you have to brag about things, whereas like I feel like I don't have that in me, you know? And I think people just take one look at my Instagram and they're like, how is this a DJ? How is this a DJ that knows ball? Like all I see is just like a girl that has nothing to her, you know? And that could just be because I'm in the early phases of DJing. It also could be like my height and my appearance too. Like I feel like when you're taller, you have a bigger presence in the room. Whereas like I'm very short. I'm 5'2". I literally have to DJ on a box. It's like the joke. Like that's the joke on my Instagram, is that I always have to every venue I DJ at, I DJ on a box, and I'm just very short. I feel like when you're a short, like petite girl, it's like, oh, like this girl has ball. Like I don't think so. Like people like always go in like, and I've had people that actually have good relationships with today say like, I was scared to book you because like you didn't seem like you were a good DJ. But like when that sentence is so loaded in a way that's like you didn't seem, but it's like you don't know anything about me besides my social media. So it's like they're already making like they're making assumptions based off my social media, you know? And it's like, why can't somebody with a normal like social media that doesn't brag about those things, like why can't they somehow be talented, or why can't they have anything unique about themselves, you know? Yeah, I've had places like be scared to book me because I'm a girl. They're like, oh, like this is so foreign, like, you know, but it's like, oh, she's getting booked everywhere else, but it's like maybe she's only getting booked because she has good connections, or maybe she has a pretty face, and it's just like, it really just takes people giving me that chance, and then they finally realize, oh my god, like she's actually good, like she's actually as good as people say, right? So to answer your question, it does make it a lot harder, and I do notice it, you know, like almost everybody says like we were scared to give you a chance, but then yeah, and then we finally heard you play and right away, so it goes from like not booking me for months, and then they book me, and then all of a sudden I have like every single weekend booked up.
Look at you.
But it's like, oh my goodness, like how much money have I lost out on just because somebody was uncertain because I was a girl, or didn't fit the kind of DJ stereotype, right?
You know what? I think in 5-10 years, that's all going to change.
It's all going to change. I think a lot of those things are going to change.
Everywhere.
100%.
There's a Greek, I don't know what her ethnicity is, but she's a female DJ with tattoos everywhere.
Is it? I know there's one in Greece, Evangelia Tsolori.
She's one, but yeah. I think maybe she's the one with the tattoos.
Yeah. No, I know her because one of my uncles, he said, oh, I know this lady, like I had interviewed her, or like I knew her through a circle of people, like you should follow her. So I also follow her too. No, it's so cool because she's a radio host, she's a journalist, she's a DJ, so she's like super wicked talented, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know who's also a DJ? The voice of TikTok. She's Canadian.
Really?
She's a radio DJ.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Because her voice is everywhere.
I know.
It's so funny. I love it.
Going back to what you were saying is they judged you, and they thought you had to be this alternative, having all this Instagram pictures, being outgoing, and having an ego. I would say this is the one quote I heard actually in high school. The loudest person in the room is not the smartest person in the room.
100%.
So what you're doing right now?
I love that quote because that so applies to my situation. Because it's like, I was raised to be very quiet about what I do. Like, if you look at my social media or you hang out with me, you barely know anything about me, you know? It's like when you get to talk with me one-on-one, it's like, whoa, like, this girl has so many interesting things about her that I don't see on her social media. And I don't see, like, you know, anywhere else.
And I don't like when people judge people on social media. You're not going to understand. Of course, you're not going to get to know this person based on an Instagram. It's just a pic photo. Who cares?
It's just an Instagram, right? And, you know, it's those people that are very, like, egotistical and like to show off on their Instagram that get those initial gigs where I feel like I deserve, you know, and they get them solely because they're loud. And it's like, what happened to being, like, what happened to focusing on the art? What happened to having silent art and not something that's loud or, you know, focused on content, right? And I think that's another big thing too, is that like we're now in a world that's so content driven, and so like you need to post your life on the internet to make a living almost, or post this or post that, and it's like What about all the quiet artists that are socially awkward or don't want to make content and they really just care about the music, you know? Back to my inspiration, Andre Zimmer. Like, he doesn't make content, but he's super successful. He's wicked successful. I watched this guy go from like 2K followers to 10K followers in less than 2 years, you know? He's like, I have very briefly met him, but that's a loaded question too, because it's like, do you ever want to meet who you idolize? Because they might not be who you want them to be.
It's true.
You know, but I'm sure he's a great person. I'm sure he's a lovely person and he has so much knowledge, right? But it's like, you know, if I do cross paths with him one day,
who knows?
Who knows? You know, like we could even end up in a back-to-back, right? And yeah, so yeah, that's.
I like that.
Yeah.
And what happened to the kindness in this world?
Like I said, everybody's trying to compete with each other. It's like very. If I see you playing there, it's like, oh, can you help me get there? But it's like once you help them get there, it's like, oh, like we're not friends anymore. Yeah.
Why can't they be like this? Use each other to motivate each other, practice with each other. Oh, that's a cool group. How do I do it? Teach me. Why can't that happen?
And there are, and don't get me wrong, there are some people out there that are like that. But
That's great.
It's difficult because it's like all these older people that are so wicked talented. Like I know Steve was one of my biggest mentors. So Steve is the DJ Lab. I don't know if you've ever heard of him before.
Yes, he's a YouTube channel.
Yes, he's a YouTube channel.
And she's also featured on it, guys, so check it out.
I feel like it's the oldies that are so wicked talented that are so willing to teach us because they're not competing. Whereas like our biggest enemy, I think, is like people close in age to us or close like in skill set with us because it's like they want to be where you are, we want to be where they are, you know? And it's hard because we also like social media because everything's so saturated. It's like we see like something that looks so good on social media and we're like, oh my god, like we have FOMO, we want to be there, you know, we want to be on stage, we want to be at that venue, you know.
Exactly.
So it creates a space of like hate, you know. It's like it's so sad, and I always try to support people. Like if I see people are playing, like again, these are my dream venues, like the Coda or like Slam Athens. It's like I'm happy for them, like I want to support them, you know. But it's like there's some people out there that's like when you get a gig, like they go completely silent because it's like they have this like jealousy.
That's true.
I think honestly like the internet's to blame for that too, you know. If you hear it word of mouth, like it's not as harsh to hear, but it's like when you see it online, you see all the videos and you see like all the comments, the likes and everything and all the publicity, it's like it's just a little heavier to deal with, you know. Like, oh, they got more likes than me, they had more people to play in front of, you know. There's a lot more comparison there when you have the content there rather than when somebody tells you just like in person.
If only this was back in the day when word of mouth, a poster, and you literally go to the club and say, hi, I'm so and so.
100%, right? And honestly, I think posters are coming back now because
that'd be awesome.
I don't know if you know this, but it's like in the industry, I feel like there's way too many event groups now. Like there's so much happening and there's so many pop-ups and people because it's so easy to start your own thing now. There's too much oversaturation of like events and like people like trying to promote their events through Instagram and it's like sometimes when you're on Reels, you scroll and you scroll and scroll, it's just all events and you're like, where do I go? Like they're all empty because there's so many different ones. They're all trying to compete with each other instead of saying, hey, why don't we all just throw one big event, you know? I think that's why posters are coming back. So it's like you put a poster somewhere, it might reach more people than it will on social media because we just scroll so fast, you know? The poster's just right in front of you. You know?
Yeah, and there's gonna be more posters and also like more event groups. They gotta make more clubs in Toronto.
Honestly, it could just be me. I honestly like don't live here, but what I think is that like I think club culture's dying. I think that like drinks are too expensive, and also like we're low key in a recession. Like nobody has money to spend. We're all trying to worry about rent. Like housing prices are so high, grocery prices are so high, and it's like, how can you blame us for being the generation that killed partying when you are single-handedly killing partying by having bottle service, which is so expensive? Drinks are like $40 a drink, and it's like, how are us young people like expected to make a choice, like pay rent or party, you know? And it's just so hard to party now, and then all these clubs are shutting down because like nobody's coming.
But at least our generation has this new event coming, the coffee party.
Yes.
These morning raves.
I love seeing the coffee party. You know what? And I like that because it's like something that's already there, you're making it better rather than like starting something else and trying to compete, you know? Why not work together? Why don't people work together more rather than just compete with each other, you know? I really like the coffee party.
Oh, me too.
Honestly, I know a couple of people that play in the coffee party, and they're all amazing people. And no, it's just such a buzz. Every time I see a video, I'm like, this is so cute. I love it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Like I always, again, like I see their videos, and they're just amazing. Like it looks like everybody's always having a good time. And it's a good way to bring like awareness to any coffee shop. Like, you just put up a pop-up like anywhere, like, oh, we're supporting this coffee shop today or this next coffee shop, and it's like you're literally helping people, and there's something so wholesome about that.
Exactly.
You know?
And you don't get to get drunk. You don't get to get
tipsy.
That's a good part.
That's a good part, right?
You're controlling all your body.
You're selling coffee. You
exactly.
know?
It's all positive vibes.
It's positive. You're not selling drugs. You're not selling drinks. You're selling coffee.
Exactly.
You know? It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Give me 5 DJs that motivate or inspire you the most.
Okay, I've said this name so many times, but Andre Zimmer was like that first DJ where I'm like, whoa, like I want to be like him. He is so cool, you know. Number 2 would be Fleur Shore. Fleur Shore is just, she's a female DJ, and not only that, she like, I don't even know how to explain her. She's just got this like nonchalant, like, she is simply her. She's so unique. She wears what she wants. She always has the best outfit. She's so unique, and she always does something fun with her hair, like, and she just looks so confident. It's like that's what I aspire to be. It's like you wear what you want, and you just have this confidence on stage, and she's just got this like, she doesn't look stressed out when she DJs. She looks like she's part of the crowd almost.
That's
you know?
great.
She's a very talented DJ too. Her blending techniques, like I've personally like studied too, and it's. I love Fleur Shore. Everything about her is just chef's kiss. Third DJ. So there's, I don't know too much about him because I've just started to learn about him.
Yeah.
But his name is like Bowdy or something. Bowdy. He makes like very like underground. He's not super well known. I don't expect anybody to know him, but he makes like that iconic like 90s dance piano sounding house. Similar to Andre Zimmer, but he uses more piano stabs and stuff like that. Another DJ that I really like would be, oh my goodness, let me think. So Lucas Stepek too, and he's close in age with me. He's an arising DJ like me. He is a wicked producer. So we're actually featuring Lucas Stepek on my record label soon.
Congrats.
Thank you. No, he is truly an amazing producer. He lives in Australia. He is just so wicked talented. It's like, I would think that this guy would be performing at like festivals with his producing expertise, but it's like, he's still a small DJ, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like how is this even possible? You're getting rinsed by like all these big hard dance DJs, but it's like, you're just like this guy in his basement producing, and it's like, he is so wicked cool, and all of his tunes are just so well made, and so much effort and talent goes into them too. He makes like that higher tempo kind of house, so it's kind of hitting like the 140 area. You're going a little bit faster and harder hitting, but it is just so effective. Every time I use this music in one of my sets, it's just amazing. It always gets people going. Another notable artist, I'd say, I could literally make this list like 10 DJs. I'm just trying to remember all their names, but the next one that comes to me is Les Yeux Orange. So they make a lot of like underground house, like that same Andre Zimmer groove. I think they were there before Andre Zimmer, so I think Andre Zimmer pioneered off of him. But amazing group. They make like that 90s kind of house. It doesn't, like it's not like your typical tech house sounding music. It's like very like 90s inspired, and they use a lot of like pads, and it's very like euphoric. So by pads I mean like chords, like a lot of like euphoric and like floaty sounding chords with a lot of strings. So it's very euphoric sounding house, which I like. But yeah, I definitely say those are up there. Nothing less, it's not ranked in any particular order besides like Fleur Shore and Andre Zimmer, but like those were just the ones that I thought of. I could probably list like another 10. But
is that 4 or 5 of each set? That was 5.
Okay. 909 Racing Team would be another one. So they make like the Lucas Stepek kind of same vibe, exact same vibe. I think they're more dramatic with their drops, so their drops are a little more, they're more isolated, so there's less going on, so it's more impactful. Like it almost goes silent when the drop's happening, like there's less noise going on, and their drops hit super duper hard because it's like they really focus on creating that there's like a 90s lead to the song,
Right.
but it's like it's more empty, so it's like, oh my god, like what's gonna happen next? And all like it's almost like a bus hitting a pole. It's like that drop comes in so hard with their music, and that's what I love about their music.
That is awesome. You're getting everyone thinking, what's going next? What's going next?
What's going next? Yeah.
But I like that. I like your selection.
Yeah.
For me, I gotta educate myself more on DJs.
Oh, like these DJs, when I tell you, like they're under 10K followers, a lot of them.
That's okay.
Like Zero Orange, they have a little bit more, and Fleur Shore, I think she's sitting at 300,000, so she's a little bit bigger. But a lot of these artists, like I'm telling you, these artists with like less than like 50K followers are really where it's at. Like
The local DJs.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Would we consider them local?
Not to here. They'd be local DJs in their city.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So like in Australia, like Lucas Stepix from Australia, 909 Racing Team originates in Australia, Lazy Orange, I think they're in Europe somewhere. And then Andre Zimmer grew up here. And then Fleur Shore was Ibiza in the UK. So
You have got to connect to all these people, do a meeting with all these guys.
I hope one day I can meet all these people. It would literally fill my heart so much to meet these people that I play their music out to people, you know?
Oh, yeah. And I love that the Canadians, like you are doing great, Andre Zimmer.
Yeah, no, to see Andre Zimmer succeed literally made me so happy because it was like, he started here. He was literally standing in the same place that I'm standing in, and he's now playing all over the world, right?
Well, look at you, you're chasing your dreams too.
Thanks.
You're becoming, like I said, a rising star in the DJ industry.
Thank you so much.
Of course. What's been your craziest or most unforgettable moment while DJing?
Playing in Hamilton, okay? I had never gone to Hamilton before, and playing in Hamilton was truly an amazing experience. I think because Hamilton has a massive subculture scene,
Okay.
right? So they're very avant-garde there and very like, they love their vintage shopping. They're just like the artsy part of Ontario, I'd say. They're very less bottle service culture focused. They're more like creative focused,
Right.
like fashion shows, vintage.
Oh.
Like they're Hamilton is where creativity thrives, and that's what I learned very recently playing with Dialed Entertainment and Drop Swap Vintage. Again, very amazing people that I played for. I like how they have women on the team too, so it's not just like I'm used to playing for men management all the time. I was literally playing for a management that was men and women, so I was like, oh my goodness, I love this, this is amazing.
Girl power.
Girl power. So that night I performed in front of 500 plus people, and it was like they came like to watch Social Club DJ. So his name's Ryan. They flew him in from Vancouver, and just the energy there was just something so different. It was like they came for the music, and it's like they didn't come for anything else. It was like they were just like there to dance and enjoy the music and enjoy all the artistry going on. Like I've never had like such an appreciative crowd, and honestly, I can send you clips to like highlight too. And I tell you, this crowd like literally brought the show. I didn't bring the show; they brought the show.
That must make you feel amazing when you have a great crowd.
When I tell you, my heart was so full in that moment. Like my heart was just like filled to the top. I was like, now I know. Like this is what I want. This is exactly what I want to do. This is the type of music I want to play. Like it was a really big turning point in my life. It was like, oh my goodness, like I'm capable of doing this.
Look at you, congrats.
Oh, thank you.
What's one song that never fails to get the crowd going?
What kind of crowd? My underground crowd or like?
You know what? What crowd do you like better? Your underground?
I like my underground crowd, yeah.
Is it literally underground like a
No. Underground is like if you say the word subculture.
Oh, okay.
Or like avant-garde, like the more less mainstream.
Okay.
So,
Hipsters.
you can say the hipsters, yeah. Like you know how you have like your finance boys that go to this club, like your Paris, Texas, and then like you're like, you know, everybody I know goes there kind of thing. But then you have your clubs that are like lesser known, like the clubs that only have
the different ones, the artistic ones.
The artistic clubs, yeah. So, sorry, what was the question?
What song never fails to get the crowd going?
This song, okay. Ooh. Public Enemy by 909 Racing Team.
Okay.
RAF by Andre Zimmer, so RAF. And then Come Back to Me by Andre Zimmer, Chloe Kellyette remix. And then a song I recently did a rework on, I Know, by Roland Gear.
Oh, I like that one where he goes, I know.
Yeah.
And it's in all the TikTok videos and stuff, right?
I'm not sure if I'm not on TikTok, I wouldn't
Okay.
know, but I'm sure it could be. But I made a recent rework of that. What's another one? I'm just trying to think of what's on my USB. I also like Roadblocks by Sam Alfred, but I think the one by 909 Racing Team really got people going. I also had a song by Shimmy. I forget the name of the song. But I played a song by Shimmy, shouted out Shimmy on my story, and Shimmy actually followed me, and I felt so good
Shimmy
about it.
following you? Like is he one of those DJs that are like?
Shimmy's a girl.
Oh, okay.
Shimmy's a girl. So Shimmy has around 10K followers. I think they're based in the UK, but yeah, I played Shimmy's tune. They got like the whole crowd going. I forget the name of the tune. I will have to come back to you on that. I'll send it to you. But those songs are definitely like very well played for me, and they always do a really good job on. They're not even the most upbeat songs. It's just like they create the most like tension, right? But that one by Public Enemy by 909 Racing Team is definitely like the most upbeat one. Like it's the one that gets everybody going.
Yeah.
And the one that I played by Shimmy was really good. But yeah, and then my number one favorite, just not even in a DJ sense, again, Andre Zimmer, his song Invisible Sandwich. I play it all the time, like in the car, in my house, in my headphones in the gym. Like it's just like an all around good song. And then it's good in like DJ sets when I'm playing like outside. It's like more of an outside type of song.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's your vibe. It's a crowd's vibe.
Yeah,
Look at you
it's
guys.
it's such a good feeling when you share a vibe with the crowd and you share a vibe with everybody around you, right?
I love that.
So where do I see myself in 5 years?
Yeah, where do you see yourself in your career in the next few years?
In the next few years, so one of my biggest goals was to play for the Coda.
Okay.
So that was a venue even before I was DJ that I like to watch artists play at. So because I was a customer there and a guest there for so long, it was like I made it my goal. It's like I was a customer here, I want to work here, right? And then History is one of the bigger venues in Toronto. That's where I saw Andre Zimmer open for Clooney, and I think that would be a cool like 360 moment where it's like, oh, I watched Andre Zimmer here, and now I'm opening for somebody here. I hope to play at least like I'm gonna make it in the next 5. If we say in the next 5 years, I'm gonna say I'd like to play like at least 5 international gigs.
Oh yeah.
So again, Slam Athens is on my radar, or play for the Amsterdam Dance Capital, or play in the UK as well. I know the UK has a lot of stuff too. I feel like Ibiza is more mainstream, so I definitely go like more underground. I'd like to play Melbourne, so Australia, because that's where hard dance was born, and I do have a hard dance alter ego where I do play like that 140 BPM, and that's the alter ego I'm trying to create for my record label, like that harder dance music, whereas like I personally release music that's more like Eurodance BPM. So I have a mix of both, right?
What about Coachella?
Okay, mixed feelings about Coachella. Honestly, because of where I am right now, maybe I'm saying this because like it seems so far-fetched, but like my thing is Coachella, I feel like it's not the type of crowd I want to play for. I want to be an artist in an aspect that it's like I don't want everybody to understand my music. I want a very few select people to understand my music and have a very loyal fan base. I don't see myself playing at Coachella because it's like I don't want to play just to play. I want to play for the people that actually appreciate who I am, you know? Like, and I feel like the crowd at Coachella doesn't understand the significance of the EDM scene. I feel like it's very like performative and like, oh, I heard this song on an Instagram reel or a TikTok. It's like I want to see this guy in person now, but it's like I don't like those surface level like comprehensions of music. I want like, hey, I know this artist, I love their music, I appreciate their like producing style, like I have so much more to appreciate about this artist, kind of people coming to watch me. I think that playing at Coachella, I feel like it would go against like what I believe in,
I don't understand. You want to perform with the artists.
I want to perform, yes, I want to be with people who understand, you know, and love the music. I don't want to be performing for people who show up just to say they showed up, you know.
No, I like that.
And I want to abolish that completely.
I totally respect that. I totally love that. Once again, I love what you're about, the artistic.
Thank you.
Having a passion for that. I also went to an art high school, so I'm very biased with this
Yeah, 100%, right?
Final question. Which DJ is your dream to collab with?
Who is my dream collab? Oh wow. Honestly, like back-to-back collab. I feel like this question is more for people who like are aspiring to be like the most liked and the most well-liked.
Okay.
I'd honestly leave that question up for interpretation. Like I don't know who I'm gonna meet in my journey that I would want to collab with. I at least want to say like I don't want to. Typically, I feel like the way people would answer would be like, I want to collab with the most popular DJ, whereas like I want to collab with the person closest to me, like the person I feel like resonates the most with my music, the way that it transforms at the point where I am to collab with like somebody big as I am, you know.
And who do you feel is the most closest to you?
Right now?
Right now.
Ooh, I almost want to say Luka Stepic, the guy that I'm having on my record label.
Awesome.
I definitely want to collab with him. He's super talented. Another talented producer I recently connected with is, or producing group, sorry, is Close Proximity. Close Proximity was featured on Belters for You, which is a really cool record label that I aspire to have in my image when I create mine. Luka Stepic, definitely right now. That answer could very well change.
Yeah.
So Luka Stepic, Close Proximity, and honestly just all the artists that I play music from, like I know SURE, so Super Euphoric. They're a really cool group of musicians too and producers. I think at this point in my career that's probably the best answer I could give, because I definitely want to collaborate with somebody that's like very like similar to me. I feel that those people are very ahead of me in the music scene. They take it very, very seriously. Whereas I'm still like, I'm very young as a DJ.
Yeah.
But I thought I was old until people told me I was very young. Like all these people that I'm talking about are like almost in their 30s or beyond their 30s, you know? I feel like Luca's probably the closest in age with me, so I feel like that would make for a very cool collab. But yeah, I think that's my best answer. But if you were to ask me 2 years ago, I would say Alesso. Alesso, I went to Alesso's set recently, actually, at Illusonique, and he is just wicked. He's a wicked talented producer.
Awesome.
Yeah, and he's like one of the bigger DJs that I idolize, like Alesso and Tiesto. I'm like, they are so
Tiesto's awesome.
Tiesto's awesome, yeah.
Do you think Tiesto's like your vibe a little bit?
I say we're very different.
Oh, okay.
I think his 90s style, like his trance, could definitely translate to my music too. Like we could use the same techniques, but I'd say like his modern stuff is very far from what I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, Afius, it's been a pleasure having you today on the Greek Connection podcast. That concludes our interview. Thank you for taking the time to come out today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. This was so fun.
It's our pleasure.
Oh, thank you.
Anyways, guys, I'm Christian Isaac. This was Afius on the Greek Connection podcast, guys. Take care.